Hey, before the video starts, I want to thank everybody that has helped me become a YouTube partner. Due to everybody's support, I've been able to launch memberships. If you want to support me just that little much more, there's your option. If you can't do any of that, well, that's okay. Watching the video is plenty. I'll talk a little bit more about memberships and, well, the future of this channel towards the end of the video. Enjoy! There's been way too much negativity recently in the community, understandably so given the recent events, but I thought I ought to make things a little bit better. While being worried about the state of the game is valid, I don't think that we should start doom posting everybody. The game isn't dying and it won't die, not anytime soon, just have some faith. This is probably going to be my last video on Outcome Memories for a while until version 0.2 comes out. There's not much more that I could be talking about, honestly. And personally, I'm not a big fan of montages or anything like that. I'm not very good when it comes to character-specific guides either. Besides, there are way better channels who dedicate themselves to doing that, so you should probably check out those. Instead, let me show you my fun tier list. Everybody has characters that they prefer playing as and those who they avoid. And I thought it'd be a good idea to throw in my opinion when it comes to all of those. Now, just because I rate the character lower or something like that is not a personal attack on you, the person who's playing them. My word is not absolute. Just because I make videos on the internet does not make me a better individual than you are. So, with that little disclaimer out of the way, let's get into my scoring system. There's going to be 3 categories total: Aura, Usefulness, and Killer Annoyance. Starting with Aura, this category is basically explaining how cool a character is. Their appearance, abilities, as well as cosmetics will go into this category. Next is Usefulness. This category is meant to showcase how much a character can help a team. And lastly, Annoyance to the Killer. Basically how much of a nuisance this character can be to the EXE. Grades are going to be going from 1 to 5. I'm obviously also going to be explaining the reason why I rated things as they are, so don't worry about that. Okay, so here we have the tier list. First up, we got the tier, which are basically characters that are not really my cup of tea. I see them as a bit boring, so I avoid playing those. There's the 2 vanilla tier, which are perfectly serviceable characters. I'll play them every now and then. Not my favorite, but if you do main them up, please keep doing so. You make my life so much easier. Then we got the vent tier. This is where things get really fun. Those are basically characters that get very addicting, and I play them relatively often. Then there's the Egg Empire certified tier, which are basically my favorites. And then the Go, which only one character will occupy that tier, so stay tuned for that. Alright, first up is gonna be Tails, and you're going straight in the tier. Mostly because, although they represented your character very well, it doesn't vibe with me at all. I low-key have ADHD, I gotta be in the heat of the battle constantly, and Tails does not want to do that. And also his laser having to charge for like 5 seconds, I get why that has to be, but it just feels bad. So unfortunately you're gonna stick down there, buddy. Score wise, I'm going to be giving Tails a 0 in Aura. This guy basically has none, he's just so cute, but no aura to be seen. Usefulness wise, I'm going to give this guy a 3. He can be very annoying on 2 maps, specifically the Not Perfect and the Lab one. Annoyance to the Killer wise, I'm actually going to be giving Tails a 2. Once again, very map dependent character. You can obviously play him anywhere, it doesn't matter, but he's at his best on those 2 maps that I mentioned. At least I do believe that. So Tails ends this with a score of 5 total. I'm going to say this again, just to make sure. If you like Tails, that's awesome. Keep playing Tails. I do not give any damn which map you play Tails on. I bet that you're gonna do awesome, because you're better than me. So, please don't get upset. Now then, we have the 2 vanilla tier. You're gonna be going straight into there. The big blur himself. Now, the reason why I say Sonic is in the too vanilla tier for me, he has all the basics someone could possibly want. He can stun the killer, he can easily get away, he can save people. It's just, he doesn't have the sauce, you get me? He just doesn't have that. He's not the same as the characters down here. So he's gonna be sticking into there, as well as my girl, Cream. Now, Cream mains, I love, I appreciate you. I just can't do it. I just can't. I'm not good enough to get away from the killer without any stuns. And usually I just get hard stuck by the killer. My cheese just gets insta-killed and then I become nearly useless. Well, not really, but the point is it's not that fun for me. But please keep playing Cream. I'm gonna bodyguard the hell out of you to make sure that you keep staying alive and I keep getting heals. Now, ranking wise, I think I would give Sonic a 2 out of 5 in Aura. I get it, maybe some of you think the score is way too low for Sonic the Hedgehog. And did I say feel free to throw all the tomatoes at me that you could possibly want. Again, don't be mistaken, he can make awesome plays. I never mind when a Sonic picks me up, saves me from the EXE, and that's absolutely amazing. I just think I can't give him any more than 2. If you ask me, he's being completely carried by the cosmetics. I enjoy modern Sonic way more, I think, in terms of coolness. Classic is just very cute. Not cool, at least to me. Usefulness-wise, I just cannot give Sonic any less than 4. His peel-out just saves my buns way too many times. That stun is awesome. I love you, Sonic mains. Basically is consistent on all maps. He doesn't have a weak spot, unlike his pal Tails. So that helps him a lot. I don't think he's like 5 out of 5. Mostly because, if I'm being honest, only like maybe 1 or 2 characters get that stat. So that's not a Sonic issue, it's just how I value all of these points. Lastly, Killer Annoyance, I would have to give Sonic a 3 out of 5. I've seen a lot of people who struggle with him in Last Man Standing. So usually people don't instantly kill Sonic. I know there's some cracked people out there, but that's not me or the majority of players. Besides that, just getting stunned 3 times is not that bad as EXE because you're getting a lot of rage, which that actually works in your advantage. The main thing that is pissing me off when I'm X is the peel out. Saving somebody I was about to kill is very, very annoying. That was a lot of time dedicated to explaining why I think Sonic is where he is. And that's for a good reason, because frankly, I feel like people are going to be annoyed at my placement, so I had to like at least try and justify it, you know? If you think I'm wrong, just go ahead in the comments, tell me respectfully why I am, and I'll probably hear you out. Now, as for Cream, to the surprise of nobody, I'm gonna give her a 0 out of 5 in terms of aura. Just like Tails, she's just very much adorable, except she doesn't even have a way to like stun the killer. She just like dashes into X and then she can run faster. Don't be mistaken though, a very good Cream is absolutely terrifying, especially in Last Man Standing. You do not want to keep her for last at all. Anyway, this transitions me perfectly into usefulness, and yeah, she gets a 5 out of 5. If Amy is not on the field, she's the only way that you can heal. And even then, even if I don't want to admit it, Cream's heal is better. She can also just straight up restore you to 100%. So, very cool, very cool. In fact, oftentimes she's being targeted because of that, since she can basically keep everybody alive if you just like hit them once or twice. So yeah. In terms of killer annoyance, honestly, I think I'm gonna put her at a 4 out of 5. Her abilities basically mean that you kind of have to go for her as soon as possible, or at the very least get rid of cheese, because that's basically how she can keep healing at a very rapid pace. And last man standing wise, I'm also gonna like put her pretty high up. She's very, very difficult to kill, very annoying. In fact, I don't even blame you if you straight up give up. I've seen some creams have like over 200 health. So that's not very much fun now, is it? Now the vent tier. Knuckles is going to be here by himself. He's just that guy, dude. I don't know how to put it into words, but everything about him screams aura. And I really love that. All of his abilities are basically tailor-made for him to be an annoying prick to the killer, and that very much vibes with me. So he's going in here. Once you get started playing as Knuckles, you can't really go back. I promise you. I don't really think I need to justify a lot of things about Knuckles like I did with Sonic, so let's just get into the scoring system. When it comes to aura, I'll give Knuckles a 4 out of 5. His cosmetics are just okay. Nothing that really vibes with me. I do like the cowboy hat. Emote wise, he basically only has 2 at the moment I'm recording this on. But the one where he sits on the throne is just plain awesome. Most of the aura that Knuckles has is carried by, well, the character himself. I just love Knuckles as a whole, both classic and modern iterations. His movement is very sick. His tech with the wall grabbing that I have no idea how to do is also very awesome. So yeah, that's about it for him when it comes to aura. Next up, usefulness, I'm gonna give him a 3 out of 5. Now, you might be wondering why I then choose to give him a 4 out of 5, and well, that's because this is a character that the EXE can simply just ignore. I guess you could argue this for everybody on the list, except for Cream, but you know what, I'm actually just gonna bump him up. There you go, Knuckles. 4 out of 5. The more I think about it, honestly, those 2 stuns and the parry are very nice. You can do the thing that Eggman does and protect one of your teammates if the X is charging. Though if the killer is smart, they would know to only use the charge move once a survivor can be instantly downed by it. Okay, so with that being said, let's move on to killer annoyance, and I'm actually going to give Knuckles a 2 out of 5. Okay, he has a stun, but like most of the other characters do. And the more he stuns you, the easier you get rage mode, at the very least with 2011X. We don't have any other killer at the time of recording this video, so things might change, who knows. Point is, I've really never minded fighting this character. And with the wall bounce and whatnot, the gliding, well, that takes a significant amount of skill to pull off, so again, I really don't mind any of that. And when it comes to the counter, well, that's honestly just the most fun aspect of fighting Knuckles. Like, I don't know about you guys, but there's just something magical about baiting a counter and then catching Knuckles while he's just standing there. And by the same token, it's very funny when you get to counter the EXE, so it all works out. Next up, the Egg Empire Certified tier, and of course, we got Eggman, my man here. Listen. He's not the most useful character when it comes to teamwork. I know that you can parry for other people and all of that, but guess what? This guy can also do that. Just the same. The difference is this guy is basically just a huge middle finger to the killer. And I adore his double jump. I play him kind of often because of that. It's just funny to try and jump off a cliff, see the poor EXE follow you, and then jump back on the platform, leaving them below. absolutely hilarious. And on top of all of that, his emotes are low-key amazing. You people are sleeping on them. Now, this is going to make me sound like an Amy Glazer, but she's going right up here too. If you paid attention to my previous video, not the drama one, the one where I actually talked about the game, I play Amy quite a lot, and that's because she is my main. And now you're gonna be looking at me and saying, but Kyo, if she's your main, why isn't she in the GOAT tier? Well, by now I'm guessing you know who's going up in there, but I'm gonna talk a little bit more about Amy and why I love her so much. She's an extremely versatile survivor, basically fits in any sort of team comp, any situation. Some people in the community will clown on her healing, but guess what? When nobody picks Cream, having some healing is way better than having no healing. And the Sun card has saved me multiple times before. Her abilities themselves have so much tech. I know that, for example, Sonic can like insta-drop dash if he jumps first. But recently people have been doing hammer jumps to get into places they shouldn't normally at the cost of a cooldown. And you know what? I think that's pretty awesome. It requires a lot of map knowledge and also just execution itself. The hammer throw, a lot of trick shots you can actually do. I've accidentally hit one. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording. I was very sad about that. The one problem I have with her, it's also a fun factor sometimes, but the gambling aspect. Listen, I love these cards. In fact, I will be the #1 world glazer out there. Seeing your teammates through the walls as well as the killer has way more benefits than y'all would like to admit. Either that or it's just my preferred playstyle. But anyway, there's two specific cards that screw you over so bad that make Amy virtually unplayable if you roll them. That being the Strength and also the Moon card. If you've ever played Amy and rolled the Moon card, then you would know, once that happens, you're basically out of the fight for like 30 seconds, and if you get chased, good luck, you're likely gonna get down, unless you're just that guy, but clearly I am not. And lastly, the one and only Metal Sonic. I'm pretty sure everybody already saw this one coming. There's no other character that plays quite like Metal Sonic. I mean, for me, you ask me, there's one upcoming character that's gonna surpass him, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, this guy just feels awesome to play. Not having to get downed instantly feels amazing. Being able to basically kick the hell out of this guy feels awesome. Stuns forever. Emotes are hilarious. Last Man Standing theme song, also absolute banger. What else am I supposed to be saying about this guy? Oh yeah, because of his self-heal, it just makes him so self-reliant. It's like Eggman, but like if Eggman could help his teammates besides just pairing for them. Not gonna downplay those who do that, by the way. Those guys are cracked. I'm scared of them, frankly, the fact that you could even like think of doing that, but nevertheless, even though I don't main him, I will not lie, he's probably the most fun character that I've tried out. Although his slipping kind of mechanic thingy gets a bit annoying, especially after you play all of these grounded characters that don't just use goddamn ice. The video is getting pretty long, so here's a speedrun of every single character's score. Well, that's about it. Those are all my thoughts on the current characters in the game. Once again, my word is not absolute, those are just my thoughts, and you're free to have a different opinion. You know, I can be wrong on certain things, So if this got you genuinely upset at any point instead of just being entertaining, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, on to the stuff related to me and my channel. I want to first thank everybody from the Outcome Memories community for giving me enough support to even stay here to begin with. Before posting anything OM related, I was basically a nobody on YouTube. And these videos blowing up kinda overwhelmed me, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not very much used to the spotlight just yet, but I'll try my best. As I said, now memberships are enabled, so if you really can afford it, donating and becoming a member is an option. Now, I don't have member icons enabled or emojis, or well, custom ones. I'll get to them very much soon. First, I'm going to take care of the membership icons. They are going to be Peach related, and I'll see when I can get them uploaded. I would very much appreciate if you click the subscribe button right down over there, and also the like, of course. Content-wise, I'm going to keep this channel mainly Roblox and Sonic themed, so we're going to see where that leads next. That's about it. If any members do start joining up, they will be receiving shoutouts at the end of my videos from now on, but I doubt this is going to happen, so we'll see. Oh, one last thing, since we're rapidly approaching 1,000 subscribers, you guys can leave down your questions for me to answer in a Q&A special. So yeah, that's about it. Have a wonderful day.